Hi, it's December 12th, and on this day in 1901, Guglielmo Marconi produced the first successful test of transmitting a message across the Atlantic wirelessly. With the help of his assistant, George Kemp, Marconi successfully received the faint sound of the letter S, which was sent in Morse code from his team of engineers and assistants in Poldhu, Cornwall, England. It was received at the station in Signal Hill, Newfoundland, Canada. This groundbreaking transmission spanned over 2,000 miles and marked the very first time that a signal had been sent across such a vast distance. It defied skeptics who believed that the curvature of the Earth would block the radio waves from traveling so far. And, ironically, they were actually right. The curvature of the Earth did prevent the radio signals from being received. However, fortunately for Marconi, the ionosphere played a hand in transmitting those signals because the signal that was headed for outer space bounced off the ionosphere and found its way to Canada. Marconi's equipment for the experiment was ingenious. In Newfoundland, he used a kite to hoist an antenna high into the air to receive the signal, because of course he was trying to overcome the curvature of the Earth. Now, despite the cold and challenging conditions, the transmission occurred around midday on December the 12th, proving that invisible waves could bridge continents. This revolutionary moment transformed global communication forever, demonstrating that distance is no barrier for connection. Pretty interesting that the first message sent was just the letter S. When you think about how we use wireless transmissions today, we send video, we send images, we send voice, we send data, and it's all done wirelessly. And it all started with this humble experiment by Guglielmo Marconi on this day in 1901. Just like Marconi was able to transmit a message wirelessly, we as believers have the same opportunity to transmit wireless messages directly to God. Psalm 34 verse 17 says, "The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivereth them out of all their troubles." Just as Marconi's equipment was designed to transmit a specific message to a specific location, we too have the ability to transmit specific messages to a specific receiver, God Himself. Isaiah 65 verse 24 says, "And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear." Marconi, of course, carefully prepared for his experiment, getting everything just right. Fortunately for us, all we have to do is practically think about praying. God says in this verse that before we even call, He answers. Talk about response time. That's just amazing. We get cranky when our internet runs a little slow, but God, He has the answer before we even start asking Him for it. 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, "If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land." Just as Marconi overcame doubts about whether or not his radio transmission would be successful, we can overcome the same doubts. A lot of people don't believe in the power of prayer. A lot of people tell you that when you're praying, you're just talking to yourselves. And honestly, sometimes it does feel like when you're praying, you're only talking to yourself. It feels sometimes like God's not there, God's not listening, God's so far away. But the truth of the matter is that God is there, and God is listening, and God is willing to hear and answer our prayers. Marconi's determination, innovation, and trust mirrors the kind of trust, determination, and sometimes innovation that we need to take in our communication with God. It shows us that no matter whether we're sending a signal across the Atlantic or we're sending a signal from our heart to God's, it requires two specific ingredients: faith and action. Those are also the two keys to salvation. If we have faith, we'll take action. Thank you for being with us today. I hope this has been a blessing to you. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, so please hit the like and subscribe buttons before you head on about your day. And remember, no matter what December 12th holds for you, it is a great day to live for God.